Hello.
Hi, welcome to this video. My name is Tochi and today I'm here with Lex. We will be discussing identity. Okay, first and foremost, I need to make it clear that I don't like labels in general. I don't like boxes that people feel like they need to put themselves in. I'm not a fan. But for the purpose of identity and like discussion, there are labels I'm going to place on myself today. But I want to point out that I don't feel like 150% tied to any given label because like life is fluid. Do you feel similarly?
I do agree. I have a hard time painting myself in any box. So I'm gonna do my best
to describe
myself in these limited terms.
How do you identify?
It's a loaded question.
Answer it however feels most organic to you.
I identify as black for sure, and queer. I identify as a person first and foremost. That's pretty much as far as it goes.
Okay. I identify as Nigerian. I identify as a woman, as queer. Oh no, Igbo. I should put Igbo in there. I'm Igbo and queer and yeah, all those things. What does your queerness look like?
What do you mean by that?
My queerness looks like, in terms of identity and in terms of a politic, it looks like unlearning the binaries that I've been conditioned to see as normal. It looks like me loving who I want, how I want, and it looks like me expressing myself.
I think queerness for me looks like freedom of expression, most importantly.
I guess that really encompasses everything I just said.
Yeah.
I like that better. My queerness looks like freedom of expression.
Yeah.
I like that.
Go.
That was good. Okay. So that's it?
I mean, yeah, now that you amped it up, we're just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. A couple of years ago, like 2 years ago, I was explaining to someone how when I'm attracted to someone, their gender doesn't... I mean, of course, like someone's gender identity, like maybe subconsciously plays a huge role in how I'm attracted to them, but like in the forefront of my mind, people's gender isn't like a factor when I'm attracted to someone. I'm attracted to someone and this is their gender identity. And so I was told that that is the definition for pansexual. And so I don't really like calling myself pan, honestly, because it feels like a very, like it's another label. And I like queer because that encompasses so many different other areas of my life. But I want to know if you also identify with or resonate with pansexual as a term or identity.
Yeah, I would identify with it. That's a relatively new term for me, so it's hard to like. There are so many different categories to put myself in that I'm just catching up with all of the different descriptions.
Yeah.
I think I am pan. I can't fully identify with it yet because I don't know what it is. I didn't make up that term necessarily. But yeah, I think I like people.
That's literally it. Like, I just like people. One of the things that I've noticed about you that I really like admire is that you tend not to label yourself, really. You just live your life, and then it's other people that put labels onto you.
Yeah.
Lex identifies as Lex. I feel like that's it. And like however that manifests itself, it's however it manifests itself. Which I also would be comfortable with, but I think I've been like trying to put words to how I feel for so long that now that I have the language to express that, I'm like excited to be like, oh my gosh, I'm queer, I'm pan, I'm this. It feels good, but in reality, like, I identify as Tochi, and however that presents itself is how it presents itself.
I think we're fortunate to be in this time where there are these labels. Even though I don't closely identify with a bunch of them, I think the fact of the matter is that it's creating conversation.
Yeah.
And allowing people to quickly explain or express themselves proudly, and that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Hopefully one day that this phase of it will allow other people to live their truth.
Yeah.
As they want to.
It's also a privilege to be able to speak about your identity like this and like know that you are still somewhat safe doing that. And I say somewhat, but like some people have to like really suppress their identity in order to just like exist in a safe environment. What are some assumptions people make about you?
I think there are probably a lot of assumptions.
What are some assumptions that you know of that people make about you? I guess also like I'm tying this to like how you express yourself, like based on your identity and how people receive you.
You know what's interesting about this identity question? I don't know, I just think there's just so many more depths to a person and to what they identify with. When I say something like, oh, I'm queer, I'm this, like obviously when I say I identify with being black, I'm black. That's like a whole huge part of my life. But queer, yes, sexuality is a huge part of my life, but I don't.
Like a straight person would be like, I identify as straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly that. So it's like this loaded question that ties a whole part of who I am or who I identify as to what I'm sexually attracted to, which is kind of annoying for me. I feel like people assume that I'm queer, which is like, okay, sure, I am.
Yeah.
But it just ties so much to who I am, to like who I'm sexually attracted to, or just attracted to in general. Or the culture that I'm a part of, or people that I like to spend my time with. So like their assumption of you being queer brings other layers of assumptions. Okay, I'm a cis femme woman, so like people make assumptions about me being straight very frequently, and so for me it's important to let them know that I'm like, I guess, breaking their assumption, like, oh, you assume this about me and you're actually wrong. I like to break it too.
To break people's assumptions about you?
Yeah.
And life's gone and on. While we still gotta cross paths at the function. I assumed that you were like, which is terrible because the way heteronormative culture seeps into queer culture is like, I find it very annoying. But like, I also find myself doing it and like having to catch myself. But I assumed that like based on the way you present yourself that you were like a very masculine person, not only like in the way you presented yourself, but like the energy that you carried. And I don't even like using like masculine and feminine because they're so binary, and like I'm sure there's so many other words that I don't know about, and I don't know that like explain the myriad of ways someone could identify or like express themselves outside of like masculine and feminine. But for the purpose of the conversation, yeah, like I thought you were a lot more masculine in your energy, and you definitely broke my assumption because it's not even that you're not, you're just like legs. You're just legs. Or like when we went to Guitar Center and that guy, I guess it was also out of respect that he gave you the pronouns they, but you also have brought up the fact that like sometimes you find that annoying because you are like, I'm clearly a woman. Like, why aren't you just saying she, right? And there are people who would feel like, why are they assuming I'm a woman, and why are they giving me she, her pronouns?
I think what I'm learning is now, like, the question should be more so when you meet somebody, you should probably ask them what their pronouns are before you assume what it is. I don't have a pronoun preference.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that people, out of respect, will refer to me as they, which is nice, and I understand the gesture, but there are people that don't identify as that either.
Right.
I just think the conversation needs to be more open.
Yeah.
I think we need to find new ways of, I know we're trying to find a balance in etiquette. See, is that a word? Etiquette-ness. What I'm saying about gender is, it's confusing.
I think the reason gender's confusing is because, like, we've been told, like, what
this and that,
but
it's not even a thing.
Yeah, gender is a social construct. This was a brief conversation. The conversation on identity is, like, layered and deep, and I really just wanted to, like, highlight certain thoughts that were lingering in my mind before, like, I guess making a video or having a conversation that delved deeper into the various facets of identity, and I feel like we did that. Do you?
I guess that's it, folks. I want to say thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Always wanted to say that. And we'll see you next time, okay? Bye.
Bye.